Hey guys, Ryan here. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 tips you probably didn't know about in Warzone 2 that are probably going to change your game. So to begin, the very first thing we're going to talk about is there actually are minimap pings that are somewhat similar to the Warzone 1 pings. In Warzone 2, if you look at the top of your screen at your compass, when someone shoots, this is going to put a red dot on your screen. And this is super effective at identifying where enemies are at, especially in long range fights and even in close range fights like you're about to see in the background. What happened here is, I'm going to pause the frame, is my teammate went down and I saw the red dot on my compass showing the opponent was on the other side of the rock because he didn't know where he got shot from. But because I actually looked at my compass, I was able to see where the enemy was making noise from, and this allowed me to win the 1v2 and inevitably save my teammate and go on to have a great game. But for me, the place I found this the most useful was in identifying where people are when I heard gunshots far away. Watch as I literally see the red dot, I put my little compass on it, and then I start heading that direction. That little red dot told me there's people over here. I heard the gunshots, but in my opinion, the audio is really bad in this game, and gunshots at a distance are really tough to actually locate, and this is where I find that this little compass is so nice. But you have to learn to use this compass. It can tell you how many enemies are directly in an area. It can tell you everything about the situation, about how far they are, what buildings they're in. I knew there was actually 2 squads here, all because of the red dots and where they showed up on my compass. And these are the little things that separates good players from great players. So moving into the second tip, and this is going to be the art of the interrogation. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about the interrogation feature they added in Warzone 2. But when you down an enemy, you have the option to interrogate them. And when you do this, like you're seeing me do right now in the background, and when you do this, it pings them on your minimap, and it also pings them on your actual screen, and it gives you a little outline of them. So the first thing I'd really recommend to do is open your minimap like I just did, and I'm going to show you in the background, and ping where you see this enemy at. There's 2 main reasons why you really want to open your minimap when you do this. The first is if you're just trying to find them on your screen, it's actually way harder to see them than you'd think. And if you're facing a squad of 3 to 4 people and you're only relying on seeing the outline of where you're looking at, you can potentially miss up to 2 to 3 other people in the squad because you're not using your minimap. The second big mistake I see people make, and I'm not sure a lot of people know this, is the second you kill someone who's interrogated, it stops pinging the enemies, guys. And the big issue I find with this is if you leave someone alive just to ping the enemies, it obviously leaves them the ability to be revived and you don't get the kill and all of that if you die. But I think the more important thing is if they have a self-revive, they could easily trick you into just not thinking you have one. They can just sit there, act like they don't have a self-revive, and when you're looking away fighting the rest of their squad mates, they can just instantly self-revive, turn around, and kill you. And that to me is a huge issue with this whole interrogation thing if you choose to keep them alive. And that's why I say there's somewhat of an art to it. I'd heavily recommend to keep them alive for a little bit, but don't keep them alive too long because you're also giving the enemy intel. If they can see your whole team, that's intel for them. They can call out where you guys are. And of course, the intel isn't as good as some red dots pinging on the minimap, but callouts are still very valuable, so you have to balance the art and actually keeping that person alive and deciding how much it's worth to keep that one person alive if it means it may harm your team. So the third and the last topic in this video is important sound settings you want to change. So if you're in the Warzone menu screen, if you hit start, if you go to your options and you go to the sound settings, please take it off headphones, guys. Now, this may change for some people, you do have to try this yourself, but if you put it on home theater, the sound seems to be much clearer, footsteps are a lot better, and I actually seem to get a lot better directional sound, and I seem to get a lot more sound in general. Now, some people, some of my friends have said this isn't the case, but I saw this on Twitter, and it worked well for me. The second thing is you guys can come to this little party screen. It's just the second option over in the social screen, and you can make a voice channel. If you're on controller, you hit triangle or Y. I'm not exactly sure what the button is, but it says in the top right of the screen. And what this is this is a little voice channel that acts as like an Xbox PlayStation party. So you can hop in cross console, have your own private party. You don't have to be heard in proximity chat. It works great, and I'd heavily recommend it if you're playing different game modes with your friends and you still want to talk to them, or if you're just overall trying to keep the proximity chat from not being heard. I'm going to start wrapping this video up now, but I just want to say thank you guys for watching these videos. I genuinely appreciate the support on the content. I hope you guys are enjoying Warzone 2, and I hope these videos are helping you guys get better. The main thing I really want to do with this channel is just help people get better at Warzone. So I hope you guys understand that, and I hope you guys understand that's the main purpose of my content. Anyways, guys, it's been Ryan. I hope you have a good day. Peace.